Portuguese chicken is a breeze to make at home. It's as simple as making a marinade and preparing the chicken. Now, peri peri sauce is the marinade, and it's a combination of chilies, garlic, lemon, ginger, and vinegar. It's got such a powerful flavour. I'm going to use it in two different ways. I'm going to use it to marinate the chicken and also to baste it. This is a long chilli, and I'm going to leave the seeds and the membrane in. These aren't as spicy as the smaller chili, so I'm going to use the whole chili along with two dried chilies. They've just got two different flavours. The fresh one is going to impart fresh flavour, and the dried ones have got a more intense flavour and a slight smokiness. So two long chilies that I'm just going to tear up and place into a food processor so I can blend this marinade. 3 cloves of garlic, leaving them whole because the blender will do the work. And for the ginger, I need about a 2 centimetre piece of ginger. Use a spoon just to take the skin off. It's much easier to do and you're not wasting any of the flesh. You can see how easy it is to take off. That's about 2 centimetres, and then I'll cut that, and that can go in too. Now for a little bit of lemon zest, about half the zest of this lemon. I'm going to juice this because we do need the juice, but before I do that, I'll add a little bit of thyme. And now the lid's going on to finely chop all of these ingredients. All right, yes, this is what we're after. See how finely chopped everything is? That's perfect. Now we can add the liquid. So lemon juice goes in. That's the juice of 1 lemon, along with red wine vinegar for some tang, and paprika. Now there's so many different paprikas out there. There's sweet, there's spicy, there's mild, there's also smoked. Smoked is really appropriate for this, so a good amount of paprika. It's also going to give it that really vibrant red colour. I'll get a spatula and just bring down all of the chopped garlic and chilli, and just to bring everything together, a good glug of olive oil. You need about 1/4 cup of olive oil for this recipe. And the last thing I'll add is a little bit of this chili water that we rehydrated the dried chilies in. There's so much flavour in here, about a teaspoon. Now let's blitz this until a fine paste forms. Alright, I've been blending this for about 1 minute, so I do get that thick paste and smooth paste that I'm looking for. Oh, and the results are fantastic. Look at that. Now, I want to marinate the chicken in about half of this and then use the rest to baste and finish off the dish. So use about half, reserve this for later, and now let's get on to the chook. A whole chook, about 1.2 kilograms is what we're looking for. I'm going to remove it from the pack. What I'll be doing with the chicken is butterflying it. And the first thing I need to do is just take off the wing tips. The wing tips are going to burn on the grill, so take them off. We don't need them. And now turn the chicken over, so breast side down. And when we're butterflying, we need to take the back rib out. Now you can use it with a knife, or to make life a lot easier, use a pair of kitchen scissors, some sharp kitchen scissors, a really great investment to have for this. Now starting at the parson's nose, I'm just cutting along each side of the backbone. And all of the bones there are quite soft, so you can see that it's quite easy to do. Now I'll go along the other side. Easy. Now we need to flatten our chook out, so I'm going to turn it over, breast side facing me, and then very carefully break it and use a little bit of pressure just to press down the chicken. This is a great way of cooking chicken because it cooks faster. So now this chicken's ready to go into the marinade, and then using your hands, don't be afraid, smear that rich peri peri sauce all over the chicken, and ideally marinate this overnight because this will tenderize the chicken. But if you don't have enough time, by all means you can cook it straight away, which is what I'm going to do now. And I've been preheating my grill pan, and I've preheated my oven too to 180 degrees. Now there is oil in our marinade, so I'm not going to add any oil to our pan. Place the chicken skin side down. And this is going to cook for about 3 to 4 minutes on each side, or until we get that nice charred look. Then it goes straight into the oven for about 35 to 40 minutes if the chicken has come out at room temperature. So if you're leaving this overnight, bring it out of the fridge half an hour before cooking so it does cook evenly. My grill pan goes straight in the oven, but if yours doesn't, all you need to do is place it into a baking tray and then cook it from there. Now that's what I call a good looking chook. This is the leftover marinade that we had. This hasn't touched raw chicken, so we can now add this as the final touch to our peri peri chicken. A little bit of extra lemon on the side. I'll cut a few wedges. You could also use some lime on the board. This is a really cool way of cooking chicken. It's butterflied, it's got a really delicious marinade that has big and bold flavors, and it looks fantastic. Give it a go.